November 24, 2024 struck the final day of our friend 27-year-old Dexter Connor Thomas Riley, also known as DEXTORTENTACIONS. Before we get to that, let's talk about more details about his life. Born January 13, 1997. Dexter lived a struggled life, getting addicted to drugs and alcohol at just 14 years old and quit at 17 to change his life around. It wasn't easy either. His father passed away when Dexter was 16. His mother also unfortunately was killed when Dexter was 18. So he moved in with his grandparents. When Dexter turned 21, he moved out and flew to Los Angeles and lived there until he turned 22. He went to Atlanta, where he lived until he was 27, but when he reached the airport again, we heard these fatal shots. Dexter was shot 3 times in the chest, neck and forehead before the shooters threw his body in a trash can and ran away from the scene. Police later discovered the body and found the gun he was shot with on the other side of the road, and the police were able to track down the murderers. A police officer was shot and killed outside of a dairy by one of the killers, who were later tackled and arrested. In court, Dexter's friend jumped up from his seat, leaped over the barrier, and started to attack the murderers, and he was immediately restrained and escorted out of the courtroom. On December 3, the funeral was held at the cemetery at Palace Road in London, England at 4:30. Palace Road being the same street that the King's Place was. The killers were sentenced to life in prison without parole, and Nancy was sentenced to death penalty. Unable to sleep anymore, Dexter's sister had a stroke in the middle of the night, and luckily she survived. Dexter's sister broke one of the killers out of jail, and she killed him right in front of the police. She was immediately arrested and sentenced to 25 years in prison with the possibility of parole after 10 years. She still remains in prison to this day. She said this: "It was worth every bit of it. He killed my brother. He deserved it." With the stutter in her voice and tears in her eyes, she broke through of the police officer's grip and lunged at Nancy, the other killer. The 2 women began beating the hell out of each other, making each other bleed. Blood pouring from their heads. Nancy was tasered and sent to her cell again, as the sister was removed from the police station, getting permanently banned from entering. She still wants revenge. As if murdering one of the killers wasn't enough. As if beating the hell out of the other killers wasn't enough. It was later discovered last month in February someone broke into Nancy's cell and killed her. The friend and sister got their revenge by killing the killers. The tragedy was all because of Dexter's death.